Welcome back to Rush Hour 107.5 DNFM. We've got a special one-off now because we're joined in the studio by Matt Richardson.
Hello.
And Jonathan Elston.
Hi.
You've kind of been dragged along to this, haven't you, Jonathan?
Yeah, I wasn't meant to be here. I was going to sit in the car, but I thought it looked a bit cold, so I thought I'd come into the studio.
Yeah, we were very surprised when you both got brought up. It was like, okay, there's one more person than we expected. But
that's only because he's sort of on my coattails constantly. And he went, "Oh, Matt, can I get a lift to Leicester tonight? Because I'm doing my show and I was doing a gig." And I went, "Yeah, all right." And then I've got him his first radio interview. So should be your agent, shouldn't I, mate? Should be your agent.
So, yeah, mate, we've been about time if we're good at something.
So you're both performing in the Dave's Comedy Festival. Matt, you're performing the Free Foyer stand-up at the Curve on the 15th and 22nd of February.
I'm not doing the 22nd. I'm only doing tonight's. Yeah.
Okay,
so I'm comparing that tonight at 9:30, I think.
Yeah, and then your own show, Hometown Heroes, at the Crumbling Cookie on the 21st of February.
It is indeed at 7:30.
Yeah. So what can people expect from those shows then?
Tonight I'm just hosting, so there's going to be quite a few acts on. I think there's a couple of Dutch guys that have come over especially for the festival on, so I'll just be hosting and kind of chatting to an audience. I don't really know what's going to happen, and my show is an hour of me talking to a group of people,
as comedy is, in
the basement of the Crumbling Cookie.
And what about you, Jonathan? You're playing tonight, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm doing my show tonight, so I probably should have booked this in further ahead, to be honest. I'm doing a show tonight at the Belmont Hotel at 10 p.m, which is a stupid time to do comedy. But my show is going to be called Fat Boy Slim Pickings, and in the show tonight I'm going to be discussing my drastic weight loss. I've lost about 8 stone, and my continual failures with women. So
I'm assuming you have the before and after photo up at
ready
to go.
Not quite, because it's Leicester and I haven't really got any money, but I will definitely be in Take a Break at some point in my life. That's a personal ambition.
Just in the Lonely Hearts at the back, that's what it's going to be.
Yeah, I can suddenly start believing in psychics.
Now, Matt, you won Best New Show at last year's Dave's Comedy Festival.
I did indeed, yes.
Does that have an impact coming back to perform this year?
Well, I did the show for free last year, so that was about 80. I got moved to the bigger room at the Crumbling Cookie, and at last look on Monday, I sold 20 tickets. So it gave me the arrogance to charge, which has backfired on me. So people need to come to it just, to make people think, oh, winning an award actually matters.
Now, Jonathan, obviously, lack of preparation. See, is unaware of you coming in. Any accolades at all in the pub? No?
Nah, not really.
Not up to Matt's standard.
If you ever want to find out about my comedy, just talk to Julia Chamberlain. She'll give you a thorough feedback.
Julia Chamberlain books a comedy club called Highlight, and she thinks Jonathan is a misogynist, which he is, but not on stage.
Yes, thank you. I haven't got any accolades, but I've equally been doing comedy for a few years, and this is my debut hour, so I'm hoping to try and win the award that Matt won last year. So I too can charge more next year, even though I'm already charging quite a bit as it is.
How much is yours?
Mine is £6.
£6.
Or £5 if you're a student.
See, mine's just £5 for everyone, mate.
Or if you
all inclusive. yours is £4,000 for women, though, isn't it? That's the problem with you. That's why Julia Chamberlain's got a problem.
That's the main problem, is that I'm not sure I even want them there. To be honest, I don't want them there. They're not allowed out on their own. This is horrible. This is what I do. This is us trying to do a bit of banter.
This is literally public. We've been doing this in the car, and this is not good.
Now, Matt, you started comedy pretty young, like 18.
Yeah, I was 18.
How come you got into it so early?
I was precocious.
And you had no friends.
I went to uni and I didn't like it. There was a comedy night and I'd always wanted to try comedy, so I thought I'd do one thing at university that I would actually enjoy. So I did that comedy night, and kind of the rest is history.
So have any other comedians sort of given you any useful tips along the way?
Yeah,
I'm assuming
you used to tell me to give up a lot, didn't you? You used to just stop, mate. People don't need to hear any of this.
I was really nice to you when you started.
Yeah, no. I remember the first thing you ever said to me when I started, we did a gig, my 7th gig ever. Jonathan was opening, and I was the open spot on, so I was doing like 10 minutes.
I was on £60 whole.
You're on £60, yeah. And I remember you said to me, you're like, oh yeah, you did well, man. That was all in the delivery, and I thought that was a compliment until about 2 days later, and I went, hold on a second, you say my jokes are rubbish. I guess the best advice you can get is just keep gigging and write as much as possible and just work as hard as you can. That's all you need to do.
What are you, Jonathan? Have you been going for very long?
Yeah, longer than Matt, actually, which makes the fact I'm doing my debut hour a little bit bizarre this year ahead of Matt. I started when I was 19, so I was equally precocious and young, but I actually
I was 18, mate, so,
Well done. I started university, but unlike Matt, I actually finished my degree, and because I wasn't as confident I'd actually have a career in this, which is paying off right now, to be honest. But I started was 19, and I'm now 24, so I've been in this 5 years now. So about time something good happened.
Hey, you're on Demon FM, yeah? This is the pinnacle.
I wasn't even meant to be on this.
This is the new Apollo.
It's all downhill from here.
I'm here because you gave me a lift.
Oh, amazing.
Now, Matt, being like a young younger comedian, obviously you don't have, I'm assuming, the standard comedy that like older people have, like wife and kids, that sort of comedy. So what does your comedy sort of consist of?
Other people's wives and children. No, I talk about everything really. I sort of talk about my family a lot, talk about my friends, and sort of basically what you can expect a 21-year-old to be interested in is what I talk about. There's a lot of jokes about touching myself.
Well,
like not in a sec, just I like the feel of my elbows.
So coming back to Dave's Leicester Comedy Festival, is there
elbows?
is there anything? Is there anywhere or anything that you like to do while you're in Leicester?
Is there anything or anywhere that I like to do while I'm in Leicester? Well, where do I start? Leicester's actually got loads of cool comedy clubs. It's a really nice place to do comedy. There's the Y Theatre, which happens like once a month. It's really nice. Just the Tonic here is very, very good. So I like gigging in Leicester a lot, and I've gigged in Leicester loads over the last couple of years. But I don't know what. I don't really know. I've not really done any of the touristy stuff. Elston used to live here, so
Really?
I lived in Leicester for 6 months.
So
what was your favourite thing?
Leaving.
Amazing.
No, I lived there for 6 months. I lived in the Clarendon Park area. That's a area
That is
in
a place,
Leicester.
yeah.
That's cool.
That is,
Just make sure I
exists,
hadn't
mate.
just had like a coma for 6 months. Just, like imagine myself living in Leicester. I didn't know really find much to do in Leicester, which is probably why I left. I like the Crumbling Cookie in general.
Yeah,
as a
that's
venue.
where I'm doing my show, 7:30, the 21st of February. Come along.
Little plug in there.
Yeah, of course.
But that's a cool place. That's always got something going on, some form of like art, which is always good. But that's my main plug for Leicester, is the Crumbling Cookie.
Now, are there any other comedians for either of you like, who are playing this year who you're going to try and see, or anyone that you'd recommend?
You wanted to see Pasco earlier, didn't you?
Yeah, Sarah Pascoe, who's on tonight. I quite like Sarah Pascoe. She's really good. She's at the Belmont Hotel, I think, about 7 or 8 o'clock.
Doesn't clash with you, Nat, does it?
No, it's like she got a good time.
She's got a slot for someone that's been on live at the Apollo,
Yeah.
basically.
Same venue though, so you know.
Absolutely,
reflected glory.
They are in the same venue as someone famous. Oh, there's 4 people here. Brilliant. Who else is really good and who's on this week?
I think Jared Christmas is on tonight.
Yeah,
he's not sold out.
Is he
But
not?
He was.
He's playing a few nights, I think. He's here, 3 or
Okay, 'cause
I know that Tony Law and Dot Brown have sold out tonight, and they're Bottle Rocket acts. And I know that they were trying to plug some tickets for Jared Christmas today.
Oh, fair enough. Go and see Jared Christmas tonight.
He's awesome. And then after you've seen him, then come see me.
Yeah, and then if you think, oh well, I'm a bit impressed by comedy right now, I need a downer. Go and see Elston.
I'm a leveler.
So, what sort of comedians do you like? Sort of wanted to make you be a comedian? Like, who inspired you?
I don't know. Who inspired me? That's a really difficult question. Because the people that inspire you before you do comedy are rarely the people that inspire you when you do comedy, if that makes sense. So before I started comedy, I used to love watching people like Peter Kay and Lee Evans and all the big names and stuff. But then when you start doing comedy, I end up loving acts like, I think personally I love like Sarah Millican, Gary Delaney, those kind of acts, Tony Law, those sort of acts are brilliant, to be honest. I think once you get into it, you suddenly have a lot more awakening of what's actually good comedy and what's mainstream.
See, I still like the acts that I liked before I did it. I like first ever comedian I saw was Jimmy Carr when I was 16, and I saw him at the New Theatre in Oxford. And then last year I did a gig with him there, which was amazing because it was kind of like full circle from going, oh, I want to do this to, all right, Jim lad, this is where I saw you for the first time. He thought it was creepy. Russell Howard, I used to love Russell Howard. I used to like Russell Kane. Greg Davies, I think, is absolutely phenomenal. And like all the comedians, anyone who gets up there and gives it a go, I've got respect for.
No, you don't.
There are a lot of people I think are rubbish and should quit.
Okay, so one last thing. In 10 seconds, try and convince people as to why to go to your shows. Matt, you first.
You should come to my show because it won an award and it'll go to Edinburgh this year and probably win some more.
Easy.
Only take
3 seconds. It doesn't need the 10 seconds.
It's the same show that I did that won the award last year. So if you went, God, I wish I could have seen Matt Richardson. I know you said 10 seconns, but
why change a winning formula?
Exactly. Just ramble
So
on.
sure they saw for free. They now have to pay to see.
Yeah, because it won an award, man.
Okay.
Like you don't. Do you know what I mean? Like that trophy costs money to keep clean.
You want to take 10 seconds? Remember, this is going to be a very quick 10 seconds since it's your show tonight, so you need to do a lot of persuading here.
Well, you haven't seen my sales. I might have sold out. I haven't.
Have you seen your sales?
Yeah, they're in double figures. Tonight my show is going to be good. I've worked on it last year, called Work in Progress, so it's not actually the first run out, even though I'm saying it is to try and win an award. But it's going to be good. It's going to be honest. Hopefully it's going to be really funny. So I want people to come down and see a young comic like trying to do his first hour, and hopefully they'll really enjoy it.
Or if you want to see a young comic and you want sort of take out the risk element, just wait till Thursday and come and see me.
Right, well, cheers for coming down, guys. That's the end of Rush Hour, unfortunately, for today. Catalyst is coming up next, but we're going to end the show with our last request on Friday Feeding, and this is Giving Up the Gun, and this is for Sam.